be successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen. Get ready for the run. Less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up for it.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He turns that loose down the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Buckeyes will hustle for the line. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Looking downfield, it's Hubbard. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, look out. There he goes. The tag. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Power football with the run. And they'll knock him down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They go right back to him. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Direct snap. Still on his feet at the 40. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 21, Ohio State 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll try it over the left side.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Coming after it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Back to the air one more time. He caught it. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
28, Ohio State, center.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points.
Running toward the tape. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection. Get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
To the air, it's Hubbard. Going deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Getting some heat. Keeps it going. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. And you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Clemson offense will take over first and 10.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the defense doing work. What a play by the... Loose football. Country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Illinois is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision. They're up 14 over the Sharks. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Defense in press coverage. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
They'll go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. They'll try to run for it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to pass, it's Hubbard. He's going to run it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On second down, looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. He's got his man. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and...
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
He's back to throw on second down. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And you have to try to apply heat to the quarterback, but you have to know when it's too much. The roughing the passer penalty gives them a first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Clemson! And the punishment has been extended.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
And the extra point is good. So an 82-yard drive there, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be bigger.
Off he goes! The 40! Inside the 30! That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Might as well give it to him again. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14.
At the 14. Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the ground, it's Murphy. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Motion from the offense. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Here comes the two-point try.
Here we go.
Power ahead. He's back in the end zone for the two-point conversion and followed the touchdown as he single-handedly is trying to keep them in it. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
Setting up the screen, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. It's Hubbard. Swings it out to the flat. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throwing catch.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. They're down just 8. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder.
Finds his tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Clemson 38, Ohio State 30.
First down to start the drive after the break. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Handoff from the shotgun. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Second down after that incompletion. They'll try the run. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. Tough, hard-nosed run. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Army is running away with this one. Not since the days of Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside has this offense looked this dynamic. They're up 14 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Hauls it in. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time. Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Fires to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for a man. It's Hubbard. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point...
He's going for a big play downfield. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Release to the back. It's complete to the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for us.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw, it's Hubbard. It's caught. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. They want to just keep throwing it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover.